Hi guys, welcome to my channel or welcome back. I do have a sore throat, so if I end up coughing half the video, that is why. I'm really sorry. I also decided I was gonna do a membership tab on here. So right now there's just one. And I've already posted a challenge in there. It is the Start Here challenge. And if you decide that you want to do a membership, I want every single person that does the membership to start with that one. It is the most important challenge that I will ever post, and it is going to lay the foundation for you. So if you decide to get the membership right now, like I said, it's the only video that's posted, but just in case you're seeing this in the future and there's more, make sure you do that Start Here video first. It is the most important challenge. Okay. Also, if you are struggling with your manifestations right now and you think you would benefit from one-on-one coaching, my manifestation audits are open and there's a few different packages in there. So you can go ahead and do that. But let's get into the video. This has been laying on my brain and my heart very heavily of you cannot fail at manifestation. You cannot fail at it. The only thing that you can do is quit. I have most of the manifestations that I have gotten, they didn't work out for me immediately. Like the big things that I've gotten, I think most of y'all know about the video that I did on my appearance change journey. And I want to say, like, I had been trying to lose weight for since I was like a freshman in high school, like for over a decade. I had been trying to lose weight. I had lost weight once when I was like 18, 19. Oh gosh, sorry, I hope that didn't pause, but I had lost weight. I lost like 50 pounds when I was 18 or 19, and I ended up gaining it back when I went through some mental health little issues. Not important, but basically I lost weight, gained weight again, and then the weight that I gained the second time was not able to get it off for years. And I mean, like, really, really trying to lose weight. I mean, like, I did every diet. I went to the gym. I would run. Like, I did everything possible. And it's so funny too, because someone commented on something that, like, basically that because I took a GLP that like it didn't count. But I want to also tell y'all that I had taken a GLP like a year before, and I had taken it for a few months. I think like 2 or 3, and it did not help me at all. Like, it actually just made me very sick. I did not lose any weight. Like, it did not work for me. So I finally started manifesting and I quit the diets. I was like, I'm just going to listen to these subliminals, and if I have to affirm about it, if I have to visualize about it, I will. Like, but I was like, I'm tired of taking all this action and not seeing anything. So that is why the appearance change started. And right when I started listening to those subliminals, I actually did end up, it really kicked it into motion. I found out about peptides. I started taking those. I had also started watching this girl on YouTube, and she's just one of those like cutthroat trainer kind of people. And she's like, get up every morning and walk for 30 minutes. And it was like, okay. So I started doing that. I do TikTok shop. So they sent me like a free walking pad. So I didn't even have to pay for that. They sent me free weights and like all the stuff to exercise with. A bunch of protein stuff. And so, like, literally I did nothing for that besides listening to those subliminals. And then any time that I would think about it, I would just be like, I know I'm gonna lose the weight. It may not be today, but I know I'm gonna lose the weight. Those were the only things that I did. And, you know, now I feel like I look like a completely different person. Um, and, but the thing is, I had failed at losing weight before I manifested it. You know what I mean? And when I was manifesting moving to Hawaii, I've told y'all this too, I was actively manifesting it the entire time. Like, I had vision boards and things like that. I would not let it go though. And I was told no so many times. Like, guys, when I say I went through every avenue possible to get me to Hawaii, no, and no, and no, and no. I was told no so many freaking times, but like I couldn't take my eyes off the prize. I was like, this is something that is going to be mine no matter what. And then literally just one day it completely changed. And someone offered it to me. They said, "Do you want to go to Hawaii? We will do that for you." You know, and I I failed at getting to Hawaii over and over and over again. When I was manifesting money, I had tried through social media. I had tried through baking. I had tried through farm stands. Like, I had tried all this different stuff and I failed. And even though I was listening to guided meditations and things like that, I had failed and I had failed and I had failed. And something about me, when I want something, I can't give it up. I have this thing in me where I'm like, I'm going to keep going even though everything keeps telling me no. And so that's what I did. I was like, you know what? I'm going to keep doing these guided meditations. I'm going to keep saying my affirmations. Like, I'm just going to keep at it, you know, until I see something, you know? And I found out about TikTok Shop, and the second I started making money on there, it never stopped. You know, I genuinely think after that first time that I made my first sale, I don't think there's ever been a day where I haven't made money on TikTok Shop. You know, and I just want this to say that a lot of times you don't necessarily see movement, or, you know, like sometimes you're going to get told no, or things might seem to be worse. I don't want to ever put it in your head like things are going to get worse, but you know, the way out might seem worse. Like, I can tell you in Hawaii, like I kept having these little options open that I was like, oh, maybe this will work out. And so each one that got shut down, it was like, okay, this dream that I'm having, you know, like this manifestation keeps seeming further and further away. It doesn't matter, because the only way that you can truly fail at manifestation is if you quit. If I had decided, you know what, I don't give a shit about Hawaii anymore, like I don't believe in manifestation, I wouldn't have gotten it. You know, if the money thing, if I had been like, you know what, like, I guess I'm just not meant to make it, like I'm not meant to make more than I am right now, then I wouldn't have started TikTok Shop. If I had just been like, you know what, I accept being the weight that I'm at, then I would have stayed at that weight, you know? Like, the only thing that you can ever do wrong is to quit. And I am one of those people, I always say this, like, stop looking at movement, stop looking at what seems like a failure. None of those matter. As long as your eyes are on the prize, as long as you can still see, this is what I am affirming for, this is what I'm doing these visualizations for, and I know I will get it at some point or another, you're always going to be fine. And I can tell you, I feel like people get so scared of the time. Like, what if it takes this long? But every single thing, like looking back, it came faster than what it felt like. You know, one of the SP things when I like was first manifesting the SP, I was like, oh, I remember all my friends in like these relationships, and like even if they broke up with someone, they would immediately get back in a relationship. And I was like, what is wrong with me where I am never in a relationship? You know what I mean? And you know, I spend this time manifesting the SP and stuff, and I just remember I was like, why is this taking so long? Like, what is wrong with me? And then I like look back, and it's like it wasn't even long at all. It was like, I don't know, a month maybe? I don't know if that long, like it was a month. And then what? I think I started manifesting like seriously a month, met each other, and then, you know, we were married like very quickly. Like my entire reality completely changed so quickly, but in that moment it felt like forever. Like this is taking forever. And it's been like that for most of my bigger manifestations. And so if you feel like that, if you're like, oh my gosh, like I feel like, you know, I've been manifesting this for this long or whatever, keep your eyes on the prize. Whatever it is that you're wanting, know that you can have it, and know that the system works. Do I need to bring out the whiteboard again where I told you, you know, thoughts, let me write it down. You know, your thoughts create your assumptions, and your assumptions create the reality. You cannot make this part any quicker. You have no control over this part, unfortunately. So no control over this, but you can always control how many of your thoughts how many of your new thoughts you are putting towards your assumptions. You can control how many affirmations you do every day. You can control how often you are visualizing or scripting or whatever manifestation method that you want to do. You can always control this one part, okay? And when your assumptions throw up thoughts, so when, you know, I was manifesting Hawaii and I would get a failure, someone would say no, and I would have that thought of like, oh my gosh, like that's a dead end, like I'm not going to be able to do this. I can't control that thought coming through, but I can control me saying that's not true. I'm going to Hawaii one way or another. And that's what I did. And that's what you can do. If your old assumptions start throwing up old thoughts, all you can do is pump in new thoughts. That's it. This is the only thing that you have control of. So you really need to make sure you are putting in time and effort to get this the way that you want it, to get your thoughts the way that you want it, okay? Anyway, this video is becoming a little long and my throat is killing me. So that's all I've got to say. I just want to reiterate it one more time. The only way that you can fail is if you quit. If you keep going, if you keep pushing those new thoughts through, you will get your manifestation. I cannot tell you how fast or slow it's going to be, but what I can tell you is it will work as long as you keep thinking in your favor. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.